Hey guys, Ginter here for another War of Divisions video. I know I haven't uploaded a ton of or a few videos in the past week, so I'm here to upload a new one. So this is just a tier list that I'm gonna be filling out regarding all my UR units or all UR units in War of Divisions. So as you can see here in this tier list, have at the bottom those ones that I don't have yet or I didn't pull for, followed by those ones that I have but is not yet leveled or haven't MLB'd yet. Those who are MLB'd, but I only use the TMRs. Those UR units that I slightly use probably in PvE, PvP or other contents, and then the most used UR units that I have since the game started. So without further ado, let's start filling this one. So we have Gilgamesh up first. So Gilgamesh, I have him pulled, but I don't have him leveled. I don't have any double cost units leveled, to be honest. So placing him on they're not leveled. Agrius is the second one. So I tried pulling for Agrius before during the banner that she was up, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get her. I spent around 30k plus Visior, but wasn't able to pull her. She's one of my frustrations because I really wanted to get her, but then again she wasn't given. Next up would be Eileen. Eileen, don't have her leveled. I'm not an Eileen fan. No offense to the Eileen fans out there, but I'm not into spear users as well, so don't have her leveled yet. Third would be Ayaka. Ayaka, I'm placing her in most used because after I leveled Phoebe when I don't have any supports yet, then I got Ayaka. I used her not only for PvEs but for guild battles as well. She's really good. She's I think the #1 support right now for in terms of healing powers. She's the #1 support that we have in the game. Next up would be Ruin's turn. So this one is another one of my frustrations. I wasn't able to get him. I spent around 30k Vishor, I think, or almost 30k trying to pull him when his banner was up. But again, I wasn't able to get him, so I don't have him, or he's going to under our not pulled list. Next would be the Ashella. So I'll place her in slightly used. I wasn't able to get her in her banner. I spent probably 20k Visior plus to try and pull her. Wasn't able to get her, but during one of my normal pulls, I was able to get her, MLB her. Her TMR is quite good for slash resistance and then getting a few AP. I used her a few times in Guild Wars and PvP, but now I only use her mostly on PvE contents. Next would be Freya. So I didn't pull for her. She's going into our not pulled list. Next one is Frederica. I have her, but she's not yet MLB. I have her, I think, under level 79. I have to pull or get more shards of her. I'm planning to MLB her because I don't have any gunners leveled up. And PvE you need gunners. Next up is Engelbert. Engelbert, I don't have him leveled. So he's going to the not leveled list. He's a good or a great physical tank, but since we have Mont, I mostly use Mont for physical tanking. Next up, Cecil. So Cecil is one of my most used characters. PvE and Guild Wars content, arena. So even right now with my light team, I use Cecil. In arena, I use Cecil together with Gilfey and Sakura just for his devoted defense buff. So my Sakura and Gilfey can survive longer. Next one will be uh, this one. I forgot his name, but he's gonna fall under not pull this. There you go, Delita. So sorry, I forgot his name. So I didn't pull for him. That's why he's going to the not pull list. Next up is Lasswell. So I'm placing him on a not leveled list. I didn't pull him during his banner. He just came up to a normal summon, so I haven't had a chance to level him up. Uh, Next up is Kane. I don't have Kane right now. I spent, I think, 30k plus Visior trying to pull him because I really wanted him before, but I wasn't able to get him. Next is Ildira. Ildira is slightly used, mainly because I just recently got her. She's only at level 79. Good thing her shards are up in the friend or the mug shop for friend tokens, so I'm starting to MLB her. Planning to use her more often in the future because I don't have that much support for support and damage dealer on my account. She's really good, so she's under slightly used. Next up will be Skull. I don't have him pulled up, and I didn't pull for him, so he's going in there. Venera is one of my most used UR character. So I pulled her on her banner, got her MLB like quite fast after probably just 1 week, got her to 99. I use her not only in PvE, but I used her in PvP as well, especially when running evasion compositions. This one, Warrior of Light, I don't have him. I didn't pull on his banner, but that sucks because I didn't know how much or how strong he was back then, and if I did, I would probably have pulled for him. I think we're gonna have another banner for him up next or in the near future. I'm thinking if I be able to pull him because by that time you need to get his EX job as well, so it's gonna cost me a lot of shards from leveling him from 1 to 120. Next up, we got Whisper. Um, not that I'm not a fan of Whisper. I'm not that keen into resistances. I'm more on a power guy, so I mainly use power or bruisers, power generating units. So I'm placing her not leveled. Okay, this is not an UR unit, but so we'll skip her. Next one will be Rosa. Rosa, I didn't pull for her on her banner, so she's going to that list. The same as with Lilith, the UR unit Lilith. Although I don't think it's in global yet, so I'm placing her not pulled. Luwarda, I'm starting to level her up, so she's going to the not leveled list. Luwarda, since I don't have, as I said, I don't have gunners in my UR unit list, so I'm trying to max them out. Focusing more on Frederica and Luwarda. I'll probably do Lucia next after one of them is MLB. Next is Alda. Putting him in the most used because he's, I think, the third UR unit that I was able to max out until now. I'm using him in PvEs. He's not that good in PvP, but in PvEs he has his uses. Farming as well, so placing him on the most used. Christmas Mastery, I didn't pull on her banner. Tancred. Tancred, place him in slightly used. I only got him at level 89, but I tried using him in PvEs and Guild Wars as well. And he proved to be useful, especially acting as a tank or a semi-support tank because of his Heart of Stone. to increase allies' defense. So I'm placing him here and slightly used. Giza, TMR use only, of course. Since I have an era to for this um, debuff of lowering the time or the CD of the enemy, so I only leveled up Shiza for her TMR use. Yerma, I don't have her leveled up. Didn't pull her on her banner as well. Kiton, same as with Yerma, so she's going in there. Lucia, as I mentioned earlier, I'll level him up once I have max MLB Frederica or Luarda. Um, Next up is Rain. So I'm slightly using Rain. He's only at 89, but I already have like 170 shards for the last step up of his limit break. So just a few more days running hard quest, I'll be able to get him to 99. I usually just use him in multis, PvEs. PvP not much. Don't have or I not I'm not into magic tanking, so placing him slightly used. Miranda, don't have her leveled. Masheri as well, don't have her leveled. Howlet is in my not yet leveled, but I'm planning to use him in the near future. Probably once I freed up a few space, I'll start leveling him up. Next one, Ramza. I don't have him leveled as well. I didn't have enough time because last uh, time that I accidentally pulled him on his ban during the Final Fantasy Tactics banner. Not didn't plan to pull him, so I didn't level him up. Next up, Christmas Ramadan. I didn't pull for her banner. Medina. Uh, I'll, for now, I'll place her in slightly used. She was one or the first UR unit that I was able to get in the game during its first release because I really wanted her for her ultimate or limit burst AoE. So I tried to reset my account a few times until I was able to get her. I used her for the first like 6 months of the game, usually in PvEs, multis. So, but right now we have a few like handful of mages in the game that's more tankier than her. That's why, and or has a different magic ability that's more useful. So I'm just placing her in slightly used. Next up is Rob. Placing him in slightly used as well. I just tried him a few months ago or a few weeks ago on PvP. I tried using him on some PvE contents as well. Got him to level 99. I'm planning to have him as my first EX job, max 120, other than Mont, and then run him with a Monolite team in Guild Wars or probably Arena. So we'll try to use him there. And then next up would be, let's see, who's next? So we have Aldoa. I'm only leveling her up for her TMR, so I'm placing her here. Sid. So Sid is my number one like go-to person in my unit. So he's most used just because he's a no-brainer. He is a bruiser. He has high damage. He can tank a few hits. So I use him before most of the time in PvP Guild Wars as well and PvE contents. So I had him pulled on the first launch of Final Fantasy Tactics collaboration. Got him max leveled there, so I was able to use him plenty of times. Next up, Stern. I'm placing him slightly used. I got him leveled up, max leveled. Had him run into some PvE contents, but I don't really use him in PvP. Next in the line would be Victoria. I got her under my not leveled list. I'm not, as I said before, I'm not that much of a fan of spears, and I don't have any spear users except for Ashella max level. So there you go. This will be our my UR unit tier list, and I hope you enjoy the video. Again, this is Ginter. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. So have a good one, everyone. Bye.